Let's see if that fixed it. There we go. I think we're back. I think we are back. Yeah, we should be good now. We should be good now. Let me refresh the stream, people. Refresh the stream, people. Let me know if it's lagging. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. I'm sorry for all the noties. I know that always annoys me. I know that always annoys me when people are going crazy with the noties. I think we're good though. Hold on. Why am I still? Did I do it? Oh yeah. Yeah, we should be good now. We should be good now. We should be good now. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, because now my encoder's not overloaded. Yeah, and the CPU percentage is half of what it was. That's crazy. I mean, I wonder if it's like, I wonder if it's a like camera setting I can change because it don't necessarily have to be 60 frames per second, but sometimes the lighting is a little weird. Like I like having the natural light. Like I have my window right here. Like all of this is natural light, which looks great. But sometimes it kind of like washes me out a little bit, and it looks weird, like in the camera. You know what I mean? So I wonder if like it would be better to just because I have a blackout curtain that I could put right there and then just turn the light on. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It don't look that bad though. It just when I was watching the stream back, it looked a little like I looked washed out. Like the exposure was way too high. So maybe you know what? Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll add that to my list. Change around some of the camera settings, so it isn't as washed out or overexposed. You gotta bear with me here, chat. I feel like a rookie streamer. We didn't really have all these problems before, but it's different when you're doing it every single day. You're way more consistent, but consistency, CFam. We making our way back, man. We are making our way back. Said it's looking good, country. Bet. Shout out to you guys that showed up in Noti Gang. I really appreciate y'all. We got a laundry list of things we're gonna go over today for our Friday stream. Obviously, the schedule is different now. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm thinking about changing the format a little bit. Obviously, we're getting excited for the weekend. Maybe we'll do like a little preview of the football games on Sunday because we got some good games coming on Sunday. I don't know about that Patriots-Broncos game. If the Patriots lose, I don't know how the Patriots are only favored by 7 points. It feels like to me, that is a lock for them to win that game by like 1,000. But you can't just gamble on feelings. You know what I mean? That's how you get your feelings hurt. But that Rams-Seahawks game should be a good one. That's the third time they playing. Rams beat them earlier in the season. They had that crazy overtime game. If I remember correctly, Seahawks had went for 2. Or maybe it didn't go to overtime. I can't remember. But I do remember that crazy, like, I don't know if it was a touchdown or if they were going for 2, but it ended up being like a backwards pass that Darnold threw. And Buddy, like, fumbled it around. He didn't catch it. And then it fell into the end zone. And one of the Seahawks players fell on it. And that counted. That shit was crazy. I'm going to have to try to find that clip because I had never seen no shit like that before. I remember that game specifically, too, because JSN had 0 catches and 0 yards in the first half. And then the second half, man has like 90. It goes crazy because I think I was playing a dude in fantasy that week. I don't remember if that was November or December. But yeah, that's a segment that we're gonna get into. That's a nice little thing to talk about. I do have some bookmarks and other clips I want to go after. We got our NBA top 10, of course. The crazy thing was about my TikTok. Like, we posted a couple of videos that did really well about with my bear stuff, but the video I posted yesterday, at least on TikTok anyway, it did not do very well. Like, I'm talking about, like, it didn't even get 50 views, which is so weird because usually I'm in like 200, 300 view jail. You know what I mean? I post something, it gets 200, 300 views real quick, and then it just kind of like dies off. But this one, I mean, it wasn't even, I mean, I know it was longer than usual. Like, I usually try to keep my clips at like 60 seconds. But for it to be, like, it was like, I think it was like a minute 55 or something like that. And yeah, it was kind of a controversial subject, but damn, like, I was talking to Chat GPT about it, and Chat was like, I was wondering why the last clip that I posted when we were looking at the Caleb Williams touchdown from a different angle, and I talked about these people that were just saying that Caleb's like throw wasn't that great. That video didn't do great. I mean, it got like 500, 600 views, but it didn't do like 50,000 like the video before that, or 15,000 like the video before that. So I tried to switch up the content a little bit, and I think maybe I just confused the algorithm because I had used completely different hashtags. It didn't really have anything to do with sports or gaming. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But I have a bunch of other clips that are sports and gaming related, and I think if I just try to be consistent, I'll be good. Maybe looking at it, actually the clip itself actually did better on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter than it did on TikTok. So it's just a little strange. I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to try to be consistent. I'm not going to let it discourage me or derail me. You know what I mean? But yeah, either way, it feels good to be back. We got lots of stuff to talk about. I got some stuff bookmarked from yesterday and the day before that we can talk about from Twitter. And then I think part of my strategy is going to be to try to find some, like, I know where to find viral videos at. So maybe, like, instead of having a 2-minute video where I have a monologue at the end of it, even if it is me sped up talking, maybe it'll just be like a reaction video to like something funny happening. Like, I saw a clip yesterday, a dude was on a skateboard and he fell. And that shit has like, it was like 15 seconds long and it had like 700,000 likes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even have to say anything. I don't even have to speak English. I could just laugh at it. And boom, that's a clip. As long as I credit the original person that the clip came from. You know what I mean? So you're just going to have to bear with me as we return and change the content up a little bit. I do think that the original plan of like starting the stream with reactions and then ending the stream with gaming is going to be a good idea. So maybe, especially like on Fridays where everybody's like a little bit more loose, so to speak. No, pause, no funny shit, no Diddy shit. Fridays would be a good day to do that. I keep going back and forth because I really don't want to play 2K, but we're going to get into that. But yeah, D Worthen is in the building. Do-Rag Kells is in the building. Tiny Expert is in the building. What's going on, fellas? How y'all been? Do-Rag Kells and Tiny Expert. What's the word, y'all boys? What's the word? D, how your Friday going, man? Country, you said you hit 300 this year? How tall are you, Country, if you're still here? 300 isn't crazy if you're like 6 feet, but you know, it's all about like your health. You know what I mean? 6 feet, right? So like, just have to do something to get your body moving. You know what I mean? Maybe your job doesn't require you to move around as much. So like, literally that walking pad my lady got me, it was like $100. It's so easy to walk for an hour every day. It's so easy to do that. You got to be around for Champ, man. You can't get no health issues. What's Champ going to do without you? You know what I mean? So, but I'm not gonna like try to be condescending or talk down to you or anything like that, because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to kind of just put the physical on the back burner when you got stuff that you're going through and dealing with, and just life in general. Life gets in the way. It's hard to make time for something like that. You know what I mean? So I totally get it. But maybe starting slow, even like a 15-minute walk around the crib. You know what I mean? Who knows? I'm just saying it the way that I am, because I know how much better I've felt even just walking. I really haven't lost a lot of weight. I've only really lost like 5, 10, 15 pounds, something like that. But my goal wasn't necessarily to lose weight. My goal is to like stay in shape so that what I noticed is like my back stopped hurting. My lower back was killing me. And the walking definitely like made my back pain go away. Tay said, I'm blessed, fam. I got work from 12 to 3 today, so pretty chill schedule. Then coming home and working again, streaming. So I'm blessed to wake up and give y'all great content. Nice. Nice. Good stuff, Tay. Are you, where are you streaming at? Where are you streaming at, Tay? Are you still on, I think, were you on Twitch before? I'm definitely going to try to get back to it and like popping in people's streams and at least saying what's up, because you guys have always been super solid supporting me, so. That's smart, though. Get to the bread and then work on what you love. A lot of people just work and then they don't do anything for themselves after. You know what I mean? Like, you could get to the point where you won't have to go to work one day and you can just stream. And I know that's like the ultimate goal. You know what I mean? DuBois said, I finally hit 350 on bench this year, over double my body weight. I'm pretty happy. 350 on bench? What the fuck? Bro, what? 350? Jesus. That's insane, bro. I don't think I've ever even hit 250 on the bench. 350 on the bench? Damn, how do you have time to work out with all the... You said you work like 60 to 80 hours a week. How do you have time to work out? You must not be on the game at all. Oh my gosh, 350 is insane. How tall are you, DuBois? 350? I hit 225 and throw my back out. Actually, I can't even remember the last time I tried to bench press anything. All I do is use the chest clip. That's it. As long as it don't look like I have titties, that's it. That's the goal, man. But 350? Damn. Holy, that boy in there like holy. 350 is crazy, bro. This tastes like apple juice. Bubbly apple juice. My lady always be having different energy drinks in there. Look, y'all ever heard of Bloom? Crisp apple Bloom, sparkling energy. It's got potassium, riboflavin, niacin, vitamin B6, vitamin B12. No sugar. No sugar. Dietary fiber in it. I don't know how much caffeine it has, though. I think it's like 180, just like Alani. But it's nice, though, because... for some reason, when I'm drinking my coffee, the coffee just be hitting me way too hard. I just get cracked out, and then it makes me not feel good. At least this is like low key, you know? Bloom. It don't even taste like... The thing that I don't like about energy drinks, like the zero sugar ones, they taste like you could taste the fake sugar, like the aspartame and all that stuff. Like, I hate that. I don't like the taste of diet shit. And that tastes like apple juice, bro. Like sparkling apple juice. That shit is fire. Fire. I'm good, Tiny. I'm happy to be back, man. I'm definitely happy to be back. I cannot complain. Said you turned 16? Holy. That means you were what, like 14 when you first came to the stream? 16. Hey man, the stream is 18 plus, so I can't be held liable for anything crazy that happens in this stream while you're in here, Tiny. 16? Damn it. That means I was 22 years old when you were born, Tiny. Oh my God, I'm old. Oh my God, 16? What was I doing when I was 16? What year was that? 2003? Oh yeah, I was in high school. I was the man in high school. Basketball, football, volleyball, soccer. I was in the International Baccalaureate program on my genius shit, getting straight A's in school. I was the man back then. Holy. That was before I went to UF. I had learned how to speak Spanish. I was in the Asian Student Association. Holy. I was the man. What you got going on, Tiny? I know you got the world is your oyster, my boy. 16? Oh my God. I can't believe that. That's crazy. You just gotta keep your head down and not let them ladies distract you. Don't get distracted by none of this. None of that. Oh damn, that button don't work? What happened to that? Tough. I like that button. Oh, now the whole shit is frozen? What the fuck? There he goes. Yeah, stay away from that. I know that's way too easy to access at this point. But yeah. 16 is crazy, man. That's awesome. Said definitely working on my health this year, taking the dog out on walks as soon as it warms up. I feel that. I keep forgetting it's the Arctic tundra where you're at, country. It's hard to walk outside. That's why that walking pad inside is probably good. But yo, shout out to Champ. You know, happy belated birthday to him. He's gonna keep you healthy, for sure. For sure. Tiny said, yes, sir. You won't. I'm going for a youth apprenticeship for foods and started welding. There you go. That's what I like to hear. Man. Good stuff. Hey, that's actually really smart because a lot of people are like, man, should I go to college? I need to go to college. I need to do this. I need to do that. Unfortunately, when I was your age, that was the main thing that they press on you. And yeah, I ended up going to UF, but unfortunately didn't finish my degree. I'm like 1 or 2 semesters away. I definitely want to get that done at some point. But to learn a trade and potentially like open up your own business one day, like welding, like bro, that AI could never take over that. You know what I mean? So shout out to you. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. And make sure, if you need support or help or anything like that, you know where the stream is at. I think you're in the Discord. Make sure you get in the Discord. If not, !Discord. That's what's up, man. I'm happy for you. I'm definitely happy for you. Said, how's 2K treating me? I mean, not terrible. Not terrible. I mean, well, maybe it is pretty bad. Like, honestly, I'm not. I log in and do my daily spin and do my pick'em. I got like 350K VC saved up, but I'm proud of myself. I only made 2 builds. I was really grinding. Like, before season 2 dropped, I put in 400 hours. I hit starter 5. I was grinding like 12 hours a day off stream, going crazy, thinking that was going to be a way for me to come back to the stream. But then I did my build, my shooting specialization, got that knocked out all the way to 2003s, got that done. And then when they dropped the patch for season 2, and I kept running into cheater after cheater after cheater, I was like, you know what? I'm done. So I think it would be cool if I had maybe like a 5, like if I had a squad to play with and I could play point guard, because I always loved playing point guard. But at this point, like, I would just be in random rec like I was before, playing on an inside big, which I was dominating with. But it's like, it's just not even worth it at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I might just do a little something on 2K, but I'm certainly not going to spend any of my own money on it. You still playing 2K, Kels? My guy, Disastro, in the building. What up, Disastro? Happy Friday, gang. What you got going on? Say old as fuck. Facts. Big facts. Big facts. Damn shit. Look at the gray hairs coming in the beard, bro. Sheesh. That boy getting old. Hey, you're only as old as you feel, though. You're only as old as you feel. That boy about to be 40 years old. Just let them all with 41 bags run back in, get 41 more. Yeah. Man, you right there with me. You right there with me, gang. He said negative 17 on the dash. Oh, my God. Negative 17 on the dash. Bro, How does the car even turn on? How does the car even turn on, bro? Bro, the last time I felt anything that, not even remotely close to that cold, but when I was in Chicago in March of like, I want to say that was like 2023, it was like in the 30s. It was like 20s, 30s. At night, it was like teens, high teens. I could not do that. It was rough. My lady was like, yeah, let's just ride up. We were riding bikes around the city. My lady was like, yeah, let's just ride the bikes back to the hotel. No, sir. No, sir. I called the Uber so damn quick. I can't imagine minus 17. Minus 17? Jesus. Appreciate you getting the Discord up, country. Said if you still have my old schedule, I'd run with you. I got that 99 tray ball. Oh my God, 99 tray ball. They probably think you plugged in. 99 tray ball. See, if I were to make a point guard, I think I would want it. It wouldn't even necessarily have to be a point guard, just something with a 99 tray ball. So I just blick everybody down. But I know me, like I'm so pass first. I would want to do like a 99 pass act. Imagine that. Everybody would want to play with your boy. A 99 pass act? You probably don't even need that, low key, but sheesh. Oh, there go my boy Carl. My bad, Carl. I missed your comment. Carl! What's good, my boy? How's your Friday going? Appreciate the big 2 years, 9 months, 27 days, 22 hours, 58 minutes. Let's go. Definitely appreciate that. How you feeling today, my boy? Disaster said just at work, had to check in with the CFam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. CFam the best, fam. Definitely appreciate the love, my boy. Definitely appreciate it. Hold on. Scoob said, I'm at my wife's breast cancer appointment. Is everything okay? Damn, Scoob. Damn it. You didn't tell me that. Does your wife have breast cancer, Scoob? No. No, bro. Or is it like a checkup? Damn it. The hell? I don't like that. You can always text me if you don't want to share personal details. Because that's actually crazy, Scoob. I'm definitely going to say a prayer for you. You can definitely yeah, call me later because I don't want to like have all your personal business out there. And if anything, I'll just say something in the we got that prayer request section in the Discord. We'll just say a prayer for you and your family, man. That's crazy. That's definitely crazy. Chat, my bad if I miss your comments, because what I try to do is like go to the person's comment and read all of them at once, so I'm not bouncing back between the same conversations. Just like get them all out the way, and then I go back and check. So if I miss your comment, forgive me, please. Said you still on Twitch, Tay? I'm gonna have to come through and check you out, gang. Definitely. I got to go back and turn all the noties on for all my people because I turned all that shit off last year when I was going through my stuff. Damn sure did. Said your PG that you run with got 99 pass act. It goes crazy. Bro, that would be fun. That would be fun. For sure. Getting that legend dimer going. Oh my God. People probably love running with him. Probably love it. Carl, what's the word, man? I was working outside, going but coffee on the ice in the weekend. Nice. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that coffee going to keep you warm. I know you over there freezing, my boy. You still going ice fishing this weekend? Yes, sirski. Yes, sirski. Well, I'm glad I got through. Was able to catch up on some of those comments, man. Glad I got through some of those comments. Oh, shit. Hold on, let's peep that. Let's peep that real quick, Carl. Oh, not that one. There we go. Let's peep that. Hopefully it's not too loud. Sheesh. Oh my God. What, bro? Is that on a lake? There's no way. Oh my gosh. Bro, it's cold as hell where you're at. Jeez. Jeez. That looks like Siberia, my boy. Nothing for miles and just straight snow. And the sun ain't gonna be out for months. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how the fish are surviving, bro. How? How is that possible? I gotta get over there one day in the summer. Check you out in the summer, my boy. Damn, what the hell? Why did that make all my stuff disappear? There we go. There we go. Back at it. Back at it. All right, let's go ahead and transition now. Been live about 30 minutes. I had my whole monologue I did in that first part of the stream. That shit is probably totally chalked. Totally chalked. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get the top 10 plays popping. Let's get the top 10 plays popping, chat. Sheesh. I don't know what I had to look at that tweet when I saw it come through last night. I knew that was gonna be nasty. Holy. Holy. Tiny with the big 2 years, 7 months, 8 days, 21 minutes. Go crazy. 2 years is crazy. Scoob right there with the 2 years, 9 months, 16 days. Go crazy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Right, Carl. That boy was back here, wasn't he? And Bataji is like 7-1 or some crazy shit. To go all the way over the top, Bridges been banging on shit. He been banging on shit. Right, he definitely is, Tay. He definitely is. Hell yeah. Bro, we're going to be coming up on 3 years pretty soon. It's crazy how time flies, man. I wish I could have just stayed consistent, but last year was one of the worst years. One of the worst years, bro. We're not going to get into it, but Shy Burner with the big 1 year, 4 months, 20 days, 2 hours. Big Country with the 2 years, 9 months, 28 days, 2 hours. Go crazy. Go crazy. Let me see. Okay. We were just talking about basketball, so why don't we keep talking about basketball? You know what yesterday was, right? You guys know what yesterday was. Let's go ahead and peep. Let's go ahead and peep.
20 years ago, we watched a man walk into the night and leave with history. A game that felt ordinary until it wasn't.
Bro, rest in peace to the Black Mamba.
He didn't wait for the moment. He became the moment. 81 points. Not luck.
81 is
not a
wild.
streak, a storm of focus. Footwork. Fury. A masterpiece.
Nah, Kobe's
Turning a
different.
random Sunday night into something you tell your kids about.
Kobe was
And
different.
that's why we remember. It's a reminder that on any night, something impossible can happen.
Jeez. Remember it like it was yesterday, bro. 20 years already?
Tonight, we don't chase the past, we honor it. Because you never know when ordinary becomes legendary.
Bro, why is it in black and white? Like it's from the 70s or 50s or some shit. You're making me feel old now. Man. Rest in peace, Kobe, man. Rest in peace, Kobe. One of the GOATs, man. Top 3. Top 3. Jordan, Bron, Kobe. Argue with your mammy. 81 points is crazy, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Said in my eyes, 81 is the NBA record. Nobody's seen Wilt score 100, so that shit fake. I feel you. I feel you on that. Right. We don't have the footage. That makes you wonder about all of his stats. But, bro, 81 points is insane. 81 points is insane, Scoob. Big GGs. Man, bro, I remember when Kobe passed. That was the first time in my entire life that I ever cried about like a celebrity dying, like somebody that I didn't know personally and they definitely didn't know me. That was the first time when Kobe passed, man. And Gigi, that shit hurt me, bro. That shit hurt me. I was hurting for like 3 days when that happened, bro. I couldn't believe it. I remember I was playing 2K and I heard somebody in game chat say it. And I was like, no way. And I went to go look. So heartbroken, bro. So heartbroken. And I remember I was arguing with somebody. I can't remember which artist they were talking about. It was some musical artist. What's the name of the guy that does In the Air? I can feel it coming in the air tonight. What's the name of that guy? I can't remember. But I remember she was saying that guy was bigger than Kobe. And in my mind at the time, Phil Collins, yes. I remember having an argument with this girl because she was saying that if Phil Collins passed, she would be more hurt than Kobe passing. And in my mind, I'm like, you can't, like, you could play basketball and listen to music. Like, to me, ball was life. Life was ball at that time. So, like, to me, I didn't think Phil Collins was bigger than Kobe. But then I realized, like, some people, music can be bigger than basketball to some people. You know what I mean? But to me at the time, like, that just hurt me, that Kobe passed. And it felt like it was something that could have been avoidable. And then, of course, you had the controversies where the first responders were, like, taking pictures of his body and sharing them with people and stuff like that. Like, I just remember how hurt I was on that. And just all you can do is just remember one of the GOATs, man. He's a legend. He's a legend. And I'll definitely never forget Kobe. Ever, 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 bro. Ever, ever, ever. Said MJ and Kobe, that's it for you? No Bron up there, Scoob? No Bron up there? Right, exactly. Legendary shit. Legendary shit, Tiny. I have to put Bron up there. I'm sorry. Anytime you're the number one point scorer in NBA history, I have to put him up there. As much as I disliked him. For me, Scoob, what changed my opinion about Bron, because I didn't like him for a long time either, Scoob. What changed my opinion about him was when he went back to Cleveland and won that ring, bro. That was insane to me. Weren't they down 3-1 and they came back and beat the Warriors, if I remember it correctly, in like 2016 or whenever that was, like 10 years ago? If I remember correctly, that happened. And that's when I was like, he might not have as many rings. He might not have been as clutch. He might not have the same type of accolades. But when he went back to Cleveland, like imagine me as a Chicago Bulls fan. Like D Rose's entire legacy is in the shadow of Bron's legacy. If you truly think about that. Even though D Rose was the youngest MVP, he never won a ring. You know? So like, and then I'm I basically grew up in South Florida, even though I'm from Chicago originally. So when Bron went to Miami, all of my friends were obviously Heat fans. So it was like, and then for them to win the 2 rings like they did, like, bro, I was not a LeBron fan at all, especially all the comparisons to Jordan. I felt like it was disrespectful. But, again, to me, you can't ignore the number one points scored in NBA history. Like, yeah, he's been in the league for 3,000 years, but you can't ignore that. Like the longevity itself is unbelievable. You know, and we don't even know if this is his last year. That man might play 20. And next year will be his 24th year. A year after that, it's 25th year. Like, damn. But again, to me, what changed my mind was when he went back to Cleveland and he beat the Warriors. And if you remember that year, I'm pretty sure the Warriors broke the Bulls record because the Bulls had that regular season record of 72 wins and only 10 losses. The Bulls had that record for 20 years. And then I'm pretty sure the Warriors went 73-9. And then they went to the finals and they lost to Bron. And if I remember correctly, they were down 3-1 and they came all the way back. That's the type of shit, like, that's something that's going to be remembered just like Kobe's 81-point game. Like how epic that was. You know what I mean? So as much as I dislike Bron, I started coming around 10 years ago. And now, like, I just appreciate, as a fan, like a basketball, like, purist, you can't ignore Bron. He's top 3, bro. He's top 3. MJ, Bron, Kobe. Maybe MJ, Kobe, Bron, depending on who you talk to. But to me, that's just what it is. I give him credit going back to the Cavs and winning the NBA title, but we all know that Kyrie Irving saved him. I mean, we could pick apart all of his titles if we wanted to get nitpicky. The Lakers title, Mickey Mouse as hell in the bubble in Orlando. You know what I mean? Like that, we could say that doesn't count. You know, we could look at the 2 Heat rings and say he had to go play with Wade and Bosh. So those have an asterisk next to it since Jordan never left Chicago. You know what I mean? But then people who are like LeBron fans mainly, like more than Jordan, they'll say that Jordan got saved by Pippen. You know what I mean? They'll say that Jordan got saved by Steve Kerr and John Paxson. You know what I mean? Like, they'll say that Rodman was the biggest, or they'll say that Phil Jackson was the reason why Jordan won the rings that he did. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't even care to, like, go straight into it like that, because at the end of the day, you can critique and point out little things about everybody. But to me, like, to be the number 1 point scorer in NBA history, and he's still going to go to 10 straight finals. I mean, holy shit. Yeah, I know he only got 4 rings, but you can't ignore LeBron. Even if you don't want to put LeBron in top 3, you can't put him outside of the top 5. You can't. You know what I mean? If you want to put maybe like Magic and maybe like Tim Duncan up there, or you could say Wilt, Bill Russell, Larry Bird, Shaq. You know, we've had these conversations all the time. You know what I mean? But to me, like, me personally, top 3: MJ, Bron, Kobe. Bron not in your top 5. Who's your top 5, Scoob? Holy, who's your top 5, Scoob? I need to know. Carl said, yeah, Kyrie saved him, but look, without LeBron, Cavs never going to get in the finals and win. Right, exactly. I feel like it's too easy to just say Kyrie saved him, no matter how true it is or not, Carl. Tiny said MJ, Kobe, and AI. AI is one of the GOATs in a different way. Like, you can't put AI in the top 5 or the top 10 or maybe even the top 15. He's probably top 25. Not because he didn't win a ring, but because he changed the game. Like, everyone wanted to be like AI. Like, he made it cool, like the hip hop and the tattoos and the swag and the style and all of that. AI made that cool. So he was like a pioneer for the game of basketball. You know what I mean? So, like, that's a little bit different to me. Like, LeBron, to me, never pioneered basketball. To me, the pioneers of basketball, if we're coming to more into the modern day age, because you could always say Wilt, Kareem, Larry Bird, but to me, the pioneers of basketball, like Jordan, to me, is the first pioneer because he brought, of the modern era, because he brought basketball to the global stage with the 92 Dream Team. Like, to me, and then all the winning that he did in the NBA. And so then, like, here comes the 2000s, there's AI with the style and like the crossover and the shoes and all of that. Like AI made it fashionable. You know what I mean? And then when you come to like the 2010s, to me it's Steph Curry, not Bron. And I say that because Steph Curry, he like the threes and the shooting, like everybody wanted to shoot threes. Like Steph Curry's the greatest shooter of all time. You can debate that with your mammy. Like at the end of the day, nobody can deny Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. And everybody started wanting to shoot threes. Like not just kids, but I'm talking about the way the game changed to shooting threes. Like those are the pioneers to me in the modern era. MJ, AI, and Curry. You know what I mean? Let me see. Said MJ, Kobe, Melo, KG, and Shaq. I respect that. Scoob. For me personally, I don't think maybe Melo's probably like I'd have to give him like top 15. Maybe he's at least in the top 25 like AI because I'm pretty sure he's the only player in NBA history to win 4 gold medals for Team USA. And then also like he won a national championship in college. I don't think he ever got a ring in the NBA. I'm pretty sure he didn't. But to win the national championship in college and get 4 gold medals, he's definitely a Hall of Famer at the end of the day. But I don't know where I would be able to rank him like in my top list. You know what I mean? And then KG. I don't know. KG got the 1 ring, but he had to team up with Ray Allen and Paul Pierce. I'm definitely putting Shaq over KG and Melo. You know what I mean? Nah, you're right. Melo over Bron is definitely wild. But I understand people have their favorite players. People have their own top 5s. Like, to me, top 5, MJ, Bron, Kobe, Magic, probably Kareem. You could probably even put Steph Curry up there if you really wanted to. Maybe top 10 for Curry. MJ, Bron, Kobe, Magic, Kareem, right? If that's my top 5, then the other 5 would have to be like Shaq's in there, Duncan's in there, probably Larry Bird, and then if I had to do 2 more slots, it's tough because you got to think about Hakeem, you got to think about Bill Russell. You know what I mean? Like, who do you move out to put somebody in like a Steph Curry? I mean, that's obviously arguable, but I don't know, bro. To each his own. Everybody's obviously allowed to have their own opinion about it. But we've had so many debates. So many debates about it. Okay. Do I have more basketball stuff? Do I have more basketball stuff? I do. I definitely do. Okay, looks like these are older. Oh, I gotta watch that episode of Memory Lane on the Bulls YouTube channel, bro. With D Rose, Joakim Noah, Kirk Heinrich. Because D Rose's jersey's getting retired tomorrow. We're definitely gonna react to that on Monday. For sure. It kind of depends on where we want to go next. Because, like, I seen some drama. Speaking about LeBron, I seen some drama. Apparently, Jeanie Buss felt LeBron James was ungrateful after the Lakers drafted Bronny. What reporter was she talking to that would make her want to say something like that? Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah, we all agree that Bronny James, like, the nepotism thing is like, we kind of just ignore that. But, bro, like, I don't know. Bron's going to want to get up out of there. Unless she's just going to fall on the sword and give him an excuse to leave. We could get into that. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Sheesh. Tick Pick said, hang it in the Louvre, but it's a sports photo. My goodness. That looks crispy. Look at the GOAT. Look at the GOAT, chat. Hey, I appreciate that, Tiny. Appreciate you stopping by, bro. Have a good rest of your day, man. I'm only gonna be live until maybe like I'm doing shorter streams now, and I'm live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if I don't see you back before I end the stream, I'll catch you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Jordan. One of the GOATs. Look at my guy. Is that D. Lee? Holy. Sheesh. Well, my boy D. Lee stopping by. What's the word, D. Lee? How you feeling, gang? How you been? How's the fam? Hope everything's blessed with you. Appreciate you stopping by. Carl said you can't move Mr. 11 ring out of the top 10. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's where we start getting into like semantics, and like it's like very nuanced, Carl, because it's like, okay, yes, 11 rings is absolutely insane. And if we're going to say Jordan is the GOAT over Bron because of the 6 rings and Bron's only got 4, like if we're going to use that argument, then I agree. You can't move Bill Russell out of the top 10. However, Bill Russell and like Wilt Chamberlain and like Jeff Hornacek and like some of these other guys, not Hornacek, maybe that is who I'm thinking about. The dude that played on the Celtics, not the dude on the Jazz. I can't remember. Maybe that was his name. I don't remember, but he's got like 8 rings or something like that. Like if we're gonna use rings as an argument, we can't just leave out like eras. You know what I mean? We can't, because like you said, like nobody saw Wilt's 100-point game. You know what I mean? So like a lot of that you have to take with a grain of salt, and it's hard to make comparisons for different eras when the game has changed so much. You know what I mean? So, but I do think that the right line of thinking, Carl, is who would you move out of? Like you can't just say Steph Curry's in the top 10, because at that point you have to move somebody out of the top 10. So it just gets a little sketchy. Said, working, bro. Everybody's good. Hope all is well on your end. Hey, somebody got to keep the lights on, D. Lee. Like we always said. And I appreciate that. I'm happy to hear everything's good on your end. Yeah, man, we're back. Everything's good. I'm not going to get too much into it, but we just had a really rough year. And I know I kind of disappeared out of nowhere, but I really don't see that happening again. It's going to have to take for something crazy to happen. And God forbid, like, that doesn't happen, knock on wood, for me to lose my consistency, because this is a new year. And we've already done so many amazing things this year. We've already been so consistent this year and we've already built a community over the last 5 years. Like, people might tune in and be like, oh, this dude, he's only got 12 viewers, 11 viewers. But it's like, bro, like, y'all don't know about CFam. Y'all don't know what we've done over the past 5 years and what we built. Like, we disappeared. Some people aren't going to be here every day. That's fine. But as long as I can be consistent, be true to my word, I think we're going to be good. Said if Curry got one more title than Bron, it'll be Curry's era. When Curry won that ring without KD, I remember when we were having these not arguments, but like these sports debates. I think we were still streaming on Facebook when we were talking about how it's debatable, like it's arguable that Curry's top 5. You know what I mean? And then I was saying, like, if he's not top 5, he's at least top 10. We were having those conversations because obviously it was like recency bias at the time. But to be the number 1 shooter of all time, you know what I mean? You can't have those arguments about like point guard, because obviously he's more like a shooting guard than anything else. But with that being said, like like how can you have a dynasty when somebody has won just as many rings as you in the same generation? When we're comparing Curry and Bron, you know what I mean? So we've definitely talked about that. We definitely have. I'm right there with you. But then again, like, number one point scorer in NBA history. Like, I mean, Curry's 37, Bron's 40. If Curry plays 3 more years and he's knocking down threes, I'm sure he's going to get up there on the list too. But I don't think Curry's even hit 30,000 points yet. And Bron's at 40 plus thousand. And he's and Bron's only 3 years older than Curry. Like, Bron is different, bro. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. Here we go. Since we're still talking basketball, this was fire. This D Rose artwork, definitely fire. D Rose is different too, man. D Rose is different too. Youngest MVP of all time. He was, bro, it hurt me when he got hurt. If he would, that's like one of the biggest what ifs in Chicago sports history. And if only Bron was with LA at that time. Imagine them meeting in the finals. You know? Okay, so I know what I'm going to do next since we're talking about basketball. Oh, yeah, so on Wednesday, Country called it that OKC was just going to destroy the Bucks. And then after that game, they were talking to Giannis. And look what Giannis said. Giannis with a stunning quote after the Bucks lost to OKC tonight. We're not playing hard. We're not playing to win. We're not playing together. Our chemistry isn't there. Guys are being selfish. We just don't get it, and we don't have enough time. We don't have enough time? What do you mean you don't have enough time? That's a little bit sketchy to me. Right, that's the most alarming part of the quote, because, like, does he mean, like, if they're not going to be winning before the trade deadline, he's going to be up out of there? I don't know. Somebody proposed this trade deal right here. Jimmy Butler, Kuminga, Podziemski, and Jackson Davis for Giannis, Miles Turner, and obviously Giannis's brother's got to go with him. I mean, that could be doable. I don't know if I would necessarily trade Miles Turner, but it's hard. Like, with the salaries, you got to match up. But I don't know, bro. I feel like Bucks are getting fleeced in this situation, especially Jimmy being, like, just having torn his ACL. Kuminga's going to be good, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's crazy to think about. And then if you look at this other thing too, like Giannis on only shooting 11 shots tonight, I truly don't understand. Maybe it's because we're a young team or because we're not playing well or because guys think it's their turn. I don't get it. I really don't. Maybe I got to demand the ball more. And when I was watching that game, I'm agreeing with what Giannis is saying. Like, I could not believe he was not getting the ball more. People were taking dumbass shots, jacking up threes, running into the paint, falling down, throwing shit up. Like, how do you not give Giannis the ball every single time? You see what they do with SGA. That man gets the ball on every single possession. He at least touches it. You know what I mean? To the point where he's commanding double teams off the ball. They don't even have to double Giannis anymore because he's not touching the ball. And then when SGA doesn't have the ball, his teammates are knocking down shots. That's the difference. That is the difference, bro. It would be different if Giannis' teammates were knocking down shots, but they're not. They're breaking shit, or they're trying to draw fouls, or like they're just not moving the rock. They're taking bad shots early in the possession. Like, it doesn't make sense. And if I was Giannis, it's hard because you want to, continue to be loyal to the franchise that drafted you. But, bro, like, you also want to win rings, and it sucks losing. You know what I mean? Country said, I think Giannis is getting sick of Kuzma. He said players being too selfish, trying to do everything themselves. That's Kuzma. Oh, bro. And Kuzma is so streaky. He's talented, but, bro, he does not like to pass the ball. He reminds me of, like, Michael Porter Jr. Or, like, who else doesn't swing the rock? That's, like, it's funny for them to not do that. But you'd be lucky to get one assist out of him. Like, bro, like it doesn't make sense. Like, people don't understand. Like, Giannis is a generational player. Why it doesn't make sense. There's no excuse for him to not be touching the ball. Kuzma ran him in the wreck. That think that shit don't stink. Facts. I definitely don't see him. That's the problem. Like, he just the Bucks don't have a lot of options. It's not like they can just be like, okay, let's get rid of Kuzma, which they probably will at this point. But it's like they really don't have a lot of options. Like, Portis is okay, but he's kind of a loose cannon, you know. And like we said, Ryan Rollins is going to be great, but it's like, I don't know. Bro. I don't know what they're going to do. It sucks, you know, when it just didn't really work out with Dame. Dame getting hurt and then them moving on. I think also Doc is not the right coach for that team. Country. I don't think Doc is the right coach. And you can tell Giannis is over it as well. It's tough. Rollins, my dog, bright future for that kid, and I agree Doc ought to go. Right, exactly. I do think if anybody, and you can tell Rollins looks for Giannis to get him the ball. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's gonna get sketchy, and then Milwaukee fans are gonna be upset that Giannis had to go, but all they can do is blame the organization because they did not cater to Giannis the way they should have. They didn't make him a priority the way they should have. Best Bucks player and he's not getting the ball. That's horrible. Exactly, Carl. Exactly. D-Rose, the GOAT, only Chicago jersey I've ever owned. There you go. Yeah, D-Rose, bro, D-Rose is nasty, bro. I remember when he was hitting them game-winning shots, too. Like, I thought it was Chicago's time. And then I played college basketball with Joe Kim Noah at Florida. So, like, that was crazy to me for him to go, like, be drafted by Florida and play as great as he did. Like, man. That's one of the things about sports. It's always what if. Right, exactly, Du Bois. What if D Rose didn't get hurt that MVP season? Man. Insane. Yeah, I think they were saying they were going to move on from Jimmy regardless of him being hurt, and that's why the Warriors needed to make a move. Du Bois, because that championship window for the Warriors for Steph Curry is closing, at least with the Warriors. If Steph goes to another team where all he has to do is shoot and he don't have to run around, bro, Steph Curry could play till he's 40 just like Bron. But at this point, like, can they trade Kuminga? I seen Kuminga rolled his ankle last night, but no Butler and no Kuminga. Like, the Warriors have to be worried about making the playoffs at this point, let alone trying to contend. It's crazy. Giannis need to go to the Warriors or the Lakers with Luka. I don't know. I don't know if I see Giannis and Bron on the same team. Like, Bron already defers to Luka. Imagine how much he'd have to defer to. Oh my. Sheesh. My boy Jeff coming in hot. Holy. That boy said, I'm here. Spam up that sub hype, chat. Holy. That boy different. Oh my god. That's love, Jeff. That is love. Damn, I wish my damn I gotta figure out how to, because I don't have access to the emotes on this on Shy Burner, unfortunately. But yo, shout out to my guy Jeff. Jeff, good morning, my boy. Happy Friday. Appreciate that. With the Big 10 gifted. Holy. And he took the top spot. Oh my gosh. That is love right there, my boy. That is love. 12 this week, 12 this month, 103 this lifetime. Hey, make sure you edit your chat identity, Jeff, so you can have that box next to your name too. That's dope. Du Bois got a sub. Justice Lost. I have no idea who the hell that is, and I don't know why it didn't go to Shy Burner. Oh, Shy Burner did get one. Let's go. Good stuff. Hold on, can I do this? How do I? Oh, badges. Oh, I got a VIP badge. Oh, you know what? I probably have to close it and come back. I'm gonna do that. That's fire. D Lee got a sub. Tiny got a sub. D Worthing got a sub. Young Totem, Young Scrotum. I have no idea who that is. Got a sub. Zero Skiller. No idea who that is. Got a sub. Disastro got a sub. Durag Kells got a sub. If you're in here and you received a sub from the GOAT Jeff, make sure you say thank you. We say thank you in this community. Let's go, man. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fire. Bro, 100 gifted is actually insane. Actually insane. Boom. There we go. There we go. Fire. Fire, fire. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Jeff, how you feeling today, my boy? It must have been payday, huh? It must have been payday. My dog Jeff, he must have won a couple of wagers last night or something. Holy, he going crazy. Appreciate that. Yes, sir. What's the word? 8 to 12 inches of snow this weekend. I hope you're not working this weekend, Jeff. Holy, my goodness. Said payday was a few days ago. Nice. Yeah, that's fire. Look at that, bro. What the? That's fire. I wonder what the next color for the gift box is. That has to be the top one because it's green. That's fire. That's fire. And then right next to the founder badge, right next to the OG badge, and of course the mod badge. That is dope, yo. Appreciate you, my boy. Definitely appreciate you. Hey, that was a couple other people too. Like I think Scoob sent a gifted Du Bois, and he wasn't subbed either. But yo, I appreciate y'all because again, like the goal is to like get verified. And then eventually get verified, get partnered, and like keep going up. And those things require like obviously our streams, unique chatters, average viewers, but also subscribers. And now if you look right here, look at that. 34 subs out of 25. Go crazy. I wonder if I can... Let's see if I can change that. Change that to 50. Boom. Look at that. Fire. Fire. That's sick. Appreciate that, gang. He said, I am working Saturday, unfortunately, but it really ain't supposed to be too bad till Sunday after I get off. I seen that. I actually was looking at the weather forecast because I had seen a tweet or something that said they're going to get heavy snow south of Atlanta, and that usually doesn't happen like that. We could get snow in Florida, like in the Panhandle. That never happens. And then I looked at my forecast for next week, and the high is like 63. Bro, if I could lose 15 pounds or so, I'd be able to fit in this damn hoodie over here. But holy, make sure y'all stay warm out there. Country was saying minus 17 on the dash this morning. Oh my God, it's going to be minus 60 next week for country. Holy shit. That's crazy. That's definitely crazy. He said LeBron retired next season, so Lakers are safe and good next season. I don't know, bro. They're saying Bron might go back to Cleveland, Carl. Minus 12, Carl? Jesus. That's insane. Yeah, I think Jeff is in Ohio too, Du Bois. Y'all boys might be neighbors and not even know it. My guy, Rampage Legend in the building. What up, Paige? Happy Friday, gang. Appreciate you stopping by. What's the word? Who? Clee Torres? Who is that? Never mind. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Speaking of wagers, bro, like, I've been getting unlucky. I don't know if anybody else tailed, but, bro, I've been getting unlucky. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up because I've been trying to post some wagers for y'all. I've been doing research. I know I didn't post my research, but damn, we've been getting unlucky. Like yesterday or the day before, bro. Dayton got smacked. They were favored by 10, and then Michael Porter Jr. went 4 for 14, and they got beat by 50 against the Knicks. What was that? We got hooked on that. And then yesterday, we hit Stephon Castle 8 assists. We hit Wemby 2 threes. Bron only got 34 PRA, so we got hooked on that. One more PRA, and we would have won a nice little $27, bro. We got hooked on that. And then for hockey, the Bruins actually ended up winning that game against the Golden Knights. Jarvis had 3+ shots, but the Hurricanes actually ended up losing to the Blackhawks. So man, I don't even really like to do parlays like that. I prefer the straight wagers, and I prefer the 2 legs if I'm even going to do a parlay, but you can't add the profit boost without having 3 legs, and it has to be plus 300 odds at minimum. So I'm going to post some more stuff for you guys a little bit later, but I apologize if I lost anybody any money. Obviously, tail at your own risk. Well, maybe what I'll do is I'll put like a little disclaimer. Tail at your own risk. I think we're 0-6. Hey, we're going to be transparent. Sheesh. 0-6 for the ones that I posted. Yikers. At least it was only $5 on each one. Pin it up. Yikes. Yikes, chat. UFC tomorrow and next week. Yeah, who's the main fight tomorrow? I know Patty the Batty, and who's he fighting? And then is there another big fight on that card page? Right, don't hold me liable. It's just a recommendation, not a requirement. Not a requirement. Right, I was saying that too, Carl, that he should go back to Cleveland. Imagine he goes back to Cleveland, wins another ring. Cleveland's not a bad team. I don't know what they would have to trade, and I don't know how the salary would work. But I mean, Mobley's disgusting. Donovan Mitchell's disgusting. Jared Allen, when he's on point, he's nice. Garland's nice too. They got a nice little squad up there. Imagine adding Bron to that. They give the East a run for their money. I know they would. Said Black and Carter killed your shit last night. I can't remember who did Magic play last night. Oh, Gaethje or whatever his name is. Yeah. He's old. Patty's got to be the favorite. Patty's got to be the favorite. Let me see. See, it doesn't. I have to log in to look at the odds. That's so dumb. It never used to be like that. Because then it logs me out everywhere else. Here we go. We're actually still, our bankroll is still actually decent. We still got $75 in our bankroll, so that's not terrible. But well, what's the schedule looking like for tonight? Rockets Pistons, that's gonna be a good one. Suns Hawks, Kings Cavaliers, Celtics Nets. Bro, Celtics -8. How is it only -8? The Nets are dog ass. Pelicans, Grizzlies, Pacers, Thunder. Thunder by 30 against the Pacers. Holy. Nuggets, Bucks. Bro, how are the Bucks favored? By 7? Nah, somebody must be hurt. Maybe Jamal Murray's not playing. Peyton Watson is going crazy. His points is a lock lately. Raptors, Trailblazers could be a nice little money line because the Trailblazers are nice. Denny been winning money for me. Denny goes crazy. His line's probably like 25 at this point. Yeah, 25, and then you can get him for plus money at 30. Denny 30 points is plus 210. That's very doable. What is it for 35? Plus 500? Oh, that might be one of them ones you just throw $1 on, low key. Sheesh, I'm going to go back and look. But it was UFC that we was looking at, wasn't it? Gaethje and Pemblet. Oh, Nurmagomedov is on that? That must not be the same guy. Do I recognize? Oh, O'Malley's fighting? Song Yadong? He better not lose that. Derek Lewis. Oof. See, yeah, I knew Gaethje had to be plus money. Patty Pimlet's minus 230. What kind of props do they have? Interesting. So if you go Patty by KO, TKO, or DQ, they think he's going to submit him, not necessarily knock him out. What division are they in? Are they lightweight or heavyweight, or what are not heavyweight, but are they middleweight, welterweight? Significant strikes landed. Win and over. That's interesting. Win and 2 rounds. They don't think it's gonna go 2 rounds? Nah, that's interesting. So win and under 2 rounds? Okay, so that's less likely. Win and under 3 rounds. Okay, so they don't think it's going to go 3 rounds. That's interesting. Is it a title fight? 5 rounds? Yeah, it is 5 rounds. I don't think it's a title fight, though. That's interesting. That is interesting to think about, for sure. Oh, they played the Hornets. That's right. I remember seeing the score looked a little weird on that. Not a title fight? Joker's out? Yeah, I mean, but the Nuggets have still been balling without Joker. You think the Pistons win that game against the Rockets? Yeah, the Rockets on the road are a little sketchy. Did the Sixers ended up winning last night? Because I seen that the refs didn't call that goaltend against KD, and it went to overtime. Did the Sixers end up beating the Rockets last night? And it's on the second half of a back-to-back? That should be easy money for the Pistons. Should be easy money. All right, let me put that back over there. All right. Here we go. We be getting distracted. Somebody get an exclamation mark uptime in the chat so I can see how long we've been live, so I don't get overly distracted. Oh, here we go. I wanted to look at this because Dillon Brooks is on.
Let me guess.
Dillon Brooks is on Agent Stream.
3 people. Let me guess. LeBron.
You could talk shit to him.
Okay, never mind.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if this was LeBron maybe 5 years ago, then it'd be different. Maybe like 6 years ago. Miami Bron, you're not really talking shit to him.
So
for real, because then it's like blow by dunk. He's got more game to him, more agile. Right?
So basically, he's saying he only trash talking Bron because it's not Miami Bron. He's old now, so he has to trash talk him. I don't know, bro. I just don't like dirty players. And I feel like he can be a little dirty from time to time. But maybe that's not a popular opinion. Look, Dillon Brooks makes basketball way more interesting. The NBA needs way more players like him. 1.5K likes. I mean, I agree with that to a certain extent. But, like, if you want to watch, like, that type of thing, go watch the WWE. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to see good basketball. I'm not trying to see players fighting. You know what I mean? Someone said Brooks has a 7-win, 13-loss record versus Bron. Bron averages 23, 7, and 7. Brooks averages 13, 3, and 2. That's interesting. Hot take, Dillon Brooks is playing better than Bron. Dillon Brooks is having a good season, but to say he's playing better than Bron, I don't know. Deep down, he loves Bron on me. Can't keep shit sweet, though, to keep the toughness going. You'll see Brooks show more respect when Bron announces his farewell tour. That's not a bad take. He's been a Bron fan for the longest. Oh, man, LeBron is the best player in the NBA. Bet in 2012. Okay. Interesting. That's interesting. Says show EuroLeague highlights. I mean, I don't really know the teams like that, Carl. That's very, like, niche. You know what I mean? I'm trying to, like, keep people in the stream. I feel like if I do that, you'll probably love it. And I'll probably like it too, but I don't think everybody else would like it. You said Brooks just have a hard on for Bron? Right. Right, Jeff. Hour 16? Wow. I thought we'd been live. Oh, you know what? Because I was live for like 10, 15 minutes. Then I had to restart the stream. That probably would be a good matchup, like if the Suns play the Lakers in the playoffs. That would be an interesting matchup because Bron's gonna actually try a little bit harder. So if he's getting trash talked by Brooks, imagine Bron just clocks Dillon Brooks in his shit. Imagine. But no, we don't. Like I just said, we don't tune into the NBA to see fighting. We want to see good ball. Imagine Bron locks in and he's hitting fadeaways like prime Bron because he's pissed off because Brooks poked the bear. Imagine. Okay. Speaking of Bron, he debuted his new Shut Up and Dribble Nike sneakers the other night. Have y'all seen those? Still talking, but it has the tall part scratched out for still king. That's actually fire. I can't remember the lady that had said shut up and dribble, but way to like take something that somebody tries to like attack you with and then turn it into something that pays you. You know what I mean? That's dope. LeBron reclaiming that phrase for his new Nike sneakers is a cold move. He spent years proving he's way more than just an athlete, so turning a former insult into a brand statement is pure greatness. The design looks sleek, and the message behind it will definitely spark a lot of heated debates. Man, that's dope. That's dope. I can't remember who it was that told him to shut up and dribble, but she lost her damn mind talking to one of the GOATs like that. She lost her damn mind. And then this is the story that we were talking about. Former Lakers governor Jeanie Buss reportedly felt LeBron wasn't grateful for the team drafting Bronny. In 22, Buss also privately mused about not extending James and potentially trading him to a Western Conference team. Like, are you kidding me? That makes no sense. What are we doing? Jeanie Buss reportedly floated LeBron James' trade to the Clippers. Grumbled over Lakers star ego. Oh, I forgot she sold a majority stake. Reportedly growing disillusion with Bron. Issued a statement in response to the reporting. He said it's really not right. Or no, Buss issued a statement to The Athletic in response to the reporting. It's really not right, given all the great things LeBron had done for the Lakers, that he has to be pulled into my family drama. To say that it wasn't appreciated is just not true and completely unfair to him. So she's trying to walk it back. Her words back from 2022, basically. Buss privately grumbled about what she perceived as LeBron's outsized ego and the idea that Clutch Sports Group was exerting overt control over the Lakers organization. Per Holmes, Buss did not like that James was considered a savior of the franchise when he first signed in 2018, and her feelings toward James reportedly worsened following the trade for Russell Westbrook. She felt the trade was made to appease James, but after it didn't work out and Westbrook was moved the following season, she was rubbed the wrong way by LeBron's lack of accountability in the way James would shift blame onto others. That's very interesting. On top of that, she felt James was not grateful for the organization selecting his son, Bronny. Sources told Holmes that despite Buss's feelings towards Bron, she felt resigned to the fact that they'd have to give him a new contract in 24 because of the negative PR would surround the team if they didn't. As a result, she almost begrudgingly agreed to do so. He's in his 8th season, the longest and uninterrupted tenure with one team in his NBA career. Damn, I didn't realize that. Bro, that's really interesting. That's really interesting to think about because that has been a gripe for people when it comes to saying, like, when we're having these GOAT talks about LeBron, right? Because they'll say things like, you know, Bron is the one pulling the strings. Bron gets coaches fired. Bron is like the GM. You know what I mean? If Bron's not happy, no one's happy. Like, that's not a new rumor. You know, that's something that they've been talking about for years when it comes to Bron. But at the same time, it's LeBron James, one of the greatest players of all time. Like, don't just say, oh, we're scared of what the public perception would be if we don't appease to LeBron James. Like, LeBron James is a nobody. Like, he has one of the greatest basketball minds of all time as well. Not just, like, athletically. His basketball IQ is basically unmatched. Might be the smartest basketball player of all time. Like, why wouldn't you? Don't you want to win at the end of the day? Like, okay, so Westbrook with the Lakers didn't work out. Okay, so what? Let's move on. Like, don't get in your feelings about it. Like, I don't know, bro. That just, I don't agree with Jeanie Buss, like, getting disillusioned. And, like, you think you're bigger than LeBron? What is wrong with you? Said Buss wanted a return on her investment. That's her dad's legacy talking. That's actually not a bad take. That's not a bad take. I can agree with you on that because obviously, like, the Buss family, like, before Bron, you've got Kobe. You know what I mean? Before Kobe, you got Magic and even like Kareem and even before then, they had great players. Like, I could see Buss feeling some type of way because of you'd have to admit that the Lakers as an organization is bigger than LeBron. Like, when you think about the NBA, the Lakers is one of the first teams you think about. So that's actually a very good point, Paige. I could agree with you on her becoming, you know, quote unquote disillusioned because of how she felt about the team and her dad's legacy. I can agree with you on that. However, like, at the end of the day, winning helps to extend the legacy. So, like, did she think she was smarter than Bron? Like, that's the part that throws me off. That's the part that throws me off. Let me see. Yeah, I think Mendoza announced for the draft today, DuBois. Said they got so many NBA players in the league because the NBA is trash. You talking about the Euro League? Oh, one ex-NBA player said that Euro League is harder than the NBA. I mean, we even got Jokic out here saying he can play anywhere in the NBA and he's never afraid to play on the road because if you see the games in the Euro League, you got, like, damn near explosions and smoke and fireworks going off in the crowd. Like, that would, bro, I have to go to a playoff or championship Euro League game before I die one day because the environment is electric, bro. Electric. Right. You can't forget about Shaq as well. Like, Shaq and Kobe, obviously. They all brought multiple rings to the Lakers. That's what Buss expected. Right. I mean, it's just tough because Anthony Davis is made out of glass, and they really didn't have anybody else. You know what I mean? But that's just interesting that this is all now coming out 3-4 years later. And, like, after she sold her stake in the team and did whatever, like, that's just interesting to me. Like, now you want to say something. Unless she's doing that to give Bron a reason to leave the Lakers, because it could be more It could be levels to this shit. It could be deeper stuff that goes into it. It'll be interesting. That's a very interesting storyline to follow along with. Do I think Bron gets traded before the trade deadline? I don't know. It would take a blockbuster. That'll break the internet, like when Luka got traded from the Mavs. That would be insane. But do I see Bron potentially walking? I don't know what his contract situation is. Do I see Bron walking over the summer? I see that as more likely than him getting traded mid-season. I wonder what the odds are for him to get traded mid-season. If somebody could look on Kalshi or something like that and let me know what Bron's odds are. Because I'm pretty sure the people that have the highest odds are like John Morant and like Jonathan Kuminga and a couple of other guys. Anthony Davis is on there before he got hurt. But that's interesting to think about, man. I think that's all of our NBA stuff, low key. I think that's all of our NBA stuff. Only other thing is I seen something about college basketball. Former Alabama player Charles Bediako has been granted a restraining order and is immediately eligible to play for Alabama. He last played for Alabama at the 22-23 season and is currently in the G League. How old is this guy? Man is in the G League and he's going to go back to back to college? Man, I'm about to go suit up. I'm about to go suit up. I don't get that. Why the Mark Jackson? This is bad for college sports, but I'm not going to complain. I could agree that it seems like it's pretty bad. Been 3 years since he went undrafted. How is this even legal? Right. Having to resort to lawsuits to get back into college basketball because you can't cut it at the next level is such a pathetic bitch move. Yikes. That's a hot take. Embarrassing that this is what college basketball has become. Had a fantastic defensive year in his last season of college, then bet on himself that he would be drafted and make the league. Instead, doesn't get drafted and played 3 years in the G League. No one told you to leave Bama. That's a little tough. It's hard to like navigate that. You know what I mean? Do I think that once you declare for the draft, you're probably done? Like going back to, I could see if he went to the Euro League or played overseas somewhere, maybe China or something like that. But to be allowed to go back to college and play college basketball again seems a little sketchy to me. Like I at the end of the day, what I want to see is good basketball competition being played. So I like what that NIL has brought us, this parity in the college game. Not even just in basketball, but college sports in general. Like you see how much, like look at Indiana. That's a perfect example. You know what I mean? Like these players are getting paid like they should be. So now like you don't have a dominant Alabama and all these other teams that are always dominant every year. Indiana was dog shit for the longest time before last year. So I like seeing the parity, but then you get things happening on the back end like this, where it's like, dude is probably 25, 26 years old, and he's going to go back to college, and he's eligible to play. Is he playing for Alabama right now? Does anybody know? Because that's crazy to me. That's definitely crazy. And the way that she framed it, saying having to resort to lawsuits to get back into college basketball because you can't cut it at the next level is a pathetic bitch move. Whoa. Whoa, chat. And people are replying to her saying, yep, I agree. I agree. So that's another thing I had saved is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And I appreciate you timing that bot out, country. I don't know what they thought. They tried to drop a link in the chat. Hell no. I don't need no promotion. I'm happy with my little 12 viewers. I don't need you in here. I don't do this for 1,000 viewers. I don't do this for the money. I do it for the love of the game. I do it for the love of the CFam. Talk to me nicely. Talk to us nicely. Talk to us nicely. He said, real talk, where the F is job Morgantown going? Man, that autocorrect is a bitch, Paige. I don't know. John Morant to the Rockets would be fire. Because they need a point guard. John Morant to the Rockets, that would be fire. Would Giannis stay with the Bucks if they got John Morant? I don't know. What other teams need a point guard? That's a very interesting thing. Or John Morant to the well, I guess he wouldn't go to Dallas because Kyrie's about to come back after the All-Star break. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Yeah, exactly, Carl. That would be a fire link up. That would be a fire link up. I fly into fucking Slovenia or some shit, and you meet me at a game. Yo, that would be the most epic CFam shit ever. I go to Slovenia for a game. Imagine. The world is our oyster, man. We can do anything. Imagine a CFam link up at a Euro League championship game or something crazy like that. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Said, all I know is if the Bucks trade Rollins for Morant, I'll quit being a Bucks fan. I feel you. Rollins is the future of the Bucks. There's no way they can get rid of him, country. He is their PG. 100%. He definitely is. Is Ja still worth a max? I don't think so. Too many distractions, and he's injury prone as well, Paige. He's injury prone as well. Said Ja and SGA. I'm already getting to the point where I don't like the Thunder. Du Bois. I'm already getting to that point, man, because, like, they're too good. They're way too good. And they're at the point where, like even the refs call everything for them. You know what I mean? Like, and they don't need Ja Morant. He's a ball-dominant player. He just wouldn't work with SGA. But, I mean, the war chest that the Thunder have in terms of, like, their picks and their assets and shit like that, they're going to be good for a long time, bro. Their odds right now to win the finals, I saw the other day, was like plus 110. Plus 110? If you bet on the Thunder to win a championship, like, bro, plus 110? Come on now. That's not fair. That's not fair. And then I think, like, the Nuggets are the next at like plus 3 or 400. Like, plus 110, that's crazy. They're like, we'll give you the least amount of plus money that we can if you take that bet. It's that guaranteed? Damn. Anything can happen in basketball. Anybody can get hurt. That's disrespectful to everybody else in the league, if you ask me. If you ask me. Okay. I think that's all the basketball stuff. Yes. Okay. All right, let's transition a little bit. Okay, so I really have like, okay, let me start from the bottom here. I got one. I'm looking at non-sport stuff. 2, 3. That's a sketchy 4 right there. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I have 7 non-sports things that I wanted to react to. And then I have, let's go back. I had, did you guys see the next coach of the Baltimore Ravens, Jesse Minter, the D coordinator from the Chargers? I don't know how I feel about that. He's kind of, maybe not necessarily unproven. The Chargers did have good defense, and I understand they want to get back to the defense, but I feel like they needed more of an offensive-minded coach, in my opinion, because, like, what was wrong with Lamar? I know their defense wasn't great, but I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Oh, we got this. 49ers are investigating the viral conspiracy that the electrical substation near their training facility and Levi's Stadium is contributing to their injuries. Have you guys heard of that? That's insane. Schefter tweeted that yesterday. We have to look at that. Definitely do. Oh, then we have this other tweet. Ryan Clark says that Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and Peyton Manning were not generational quarterbacks. We have to talk about that. Ryan Clark is like the new Stephen A. Smith. What the hell kind of take is that, my boy? And then we got conference championships to talk about. Oh, and then we got Maxx Crosby reacting to Caleb Williams' crazy touchdown pass. That could be a good thing to react to. Because if the Bears could get Maxx Crosby, bro, championship contender immediately. Just like when the Packers got Parsons. And then we have Tom Brady ranking his top throws of the 2025 season. That's a good one. I think that's it. Okay, so yeah, why don't we just do that? We'll go over some of this football stuff. We'll talk about, we'll preview the conference championship games this weekend, and then I'll react to the 7 non-sports clips. And then we'll see how much time we have left at the end of the stream. John Morant to Boston? Who's their PG? I don't think they have a true PG. That could be a good call. Hope we get an OKC Spurs matchup in the playoffs. I hope so too. That would be a hell of a Western Conference Finals matchup. Just please let Wemby stay healthy, please. Like, I pray every day for Wemby. I swear to you. Let that man stay healthy. No blood clots. No rolled ankles. You know what I mean? No knee injuries. Every time he falls down, I get scared. No feet issues. You know, tall dudes be having feet issues. I'll take a look at it. When I get a chance, Carl. I just don't want to get too distracted. I'll definitely take a look at it. Wait, who are you talking about, Jeff? Who are we just talking about? Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, Ryan Clark, yeah, that type of take.
Number one.
That type.
That
type of take definitely makes you wonder. All right, here we go. NFL legend Tom Brady ranked his top throws of the 2025 season, and Caleb Williams' overtime game winner to DJ Moore versus the Packers was ranked number 1. Brady knows Caleb is destined for greatness. Let's take a look.
Number one, and let me just preface this by saying this is one of the games of the year. I was at
little bias, yeah. But I don't disagree.
Let me explain why I'm biased. I was at this game. It was back and forth. The
I remember he was calling that game
on this day. They played their ass off. They shut down the Bears offense for most of the game. The Bears continued to be the team they were. So persistent in their approach. The Bears get the ball in overtime, and they get to about the 50-yard line. You call these plus 50 shots. Whenever you get around this area, you still have enough field where you can really stretch the defense. Yep. And if they don't cover deep, you've got a great opportunity to end the game on one throw. So they run a
Country, close your eyes.
Basically play action bootleg
Country,
with the
my resident
waggling,
Packers fan.
But he pulls up.
Waggle.
Because it's not a bootleg. They're actually throwing like the boot with the post coming back across the field. Caleb sees it. He launches the ball from his own 45-yard line.
His own 45-yard line.
It was about 15 degrees out, and there was about
Cold
a 20-mile-an-hour wind.
Windy
as hell. The longer
hell.
the ball's in the air, the harder it is to throw it accurately, and the harder it is to catch it. DJ Moore gets a step on the corner, Keyshawn Nixon, and Caleb throws it.
And that was pass interference
across
too.
The field, 60 yards in the air. It was an absolutely perfect throw. A-plus throw.
Unreal.
A moon ball for a walk-off win in Chicago. My partner KB, if you haven't heard it,
hell of a
listen to his call.
Yes.
It was insane. One of the most insane moments he and I have had in the broadcast booth.
On the fake, Williams looking downfield.
Launching downfield.
Going for it.
It's
What a way to end
I
one
got
of the games of the
goosebumps.
year.
I got goosebumps. Oh, bro, and this season was just insane as a Bears fan. To beat the Packers twice that way. Almost beat them 3 times. To beat the Packers twice that way. And just so many good comeback wins. What a season. I've been arguing with people in my TikTok comments for a week now. People saying none of that matters. They couldn't beat the Rams. Caleb's not that great. Completion percentage this, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, you're not going to command my optimism when the Bears had this type of turnaround. I've been hurt by the Bears every year for 25 years straight. Well, really, it's like 20 years since they went to the Super Bowl and lost. Like, if you don't think that the Bears have a bright future, you just either don't know football or you're just a hater. Straight up. Straight up. Said Pack will be back next year. Hell yeah. I mean, bro, Jordan Love, Christian Watson, Josh Jacobs, Micah Parsons. Bro, that team is nasty. That team is nasty. Love that the rivalry is no longer one-sided. Exactly, because what that's going to do is push both teams to want to get better. The Bears had to hire a coach that hated the Packers in order for things to change. We talked about this on Monday because Eberflus was at basketball games loving up, cuddled up with Matt LaFleur. No problems at all. Meanwhile, he's sitting there 0-4. Come on now. It's one of the greatest rivalries in the history of the NFL. And when that rivalry is kicking and entertaining and not one-sided, it's better for not just the league in general, but football fans in general. You know what I mean? Thugs, my boy Thugs in the building. What up? What's going on, gang? I see the sexy emote. Sheesh. I don't think we have any sexy emotes. My lady gonna... I don't have any sexy emotes, but that's dope. That's dope right there. Nah, I don't. Oh, they got that one guy. Truing. I'm gonna have to look at. That's what I'm gonna have to do too. You know what? I'm glad that I had that thought come through. I want to update my emotes. I got to talk to Akeem and have him show me what program he used. Because we don't even really fuck with Dirk like that anymore. Update emotes. And then I need to add some non-sub emotes. So people who aren't subbed can still use our emotes. Not just in our stream, but everywhere across Kick. But what's the word, Thugs? How your Friday going, my boy? Appreciate you stopping by. Phillip Rivers interviewing for Buffalo head coach? No way. No way. He is not qualified for that. But kind of reminds me of when Steve Nash got that job with the Nets, and he had no qualifications aside from his experience as a player. Phillip Rivers was a good quarterback. You know, he never won a ring. I don't think he ever went to a Super Bowl. He never won a ring, but he was a gunslinger. He could help. He could help Josh Allen. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Imagine they give him a shot. I'm sure people are going to be split on that. But that's very interesting. Very interesting. Exactly, Paige. Exactly. Man, it's F the Packers always, just like DJ said. It's F the Packers always. Interviewing today. Bro, that came out of left field. Usually they tell us like who the teams are going to be interviewing, Jeff. That's crazy. That's definitely crazy. What is that, Thugs? Shadow? Oh! What? Shadow of what? Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Yo. No funny shit, my boy. No funny shit, my boy. Yo, you're wild for that. You are wild for that. Oh shit. All right. Let's moving right along. Moving right along. Okay, here we go. Raiders pass rusher Maxx Crosby on Caleb Williams' crazy touchdown pass to tight end Cole Kmet versus the Rams. That was one of the craziest plays I've ever seen. Also said the Bears should have gone for 2 after that. Crosby impressed by his future QB. Imagine.
Play, fuck. Bro, when he starts sprinting directly back, I'm like, it's over. And this motherfucker threw it from the 40 over the DBs. That was one of the craziest plays I've seen ever.
What's
Bro.
Thoughts? Like, are you surprised that he didn't try and go for 2?
I'm not surprised.
No,
I'm not
can't
surprised,
be.
but I low-key in the back of my head, I was like, is this the best situation?
He's the one.
Especially after that much of a heartbreak, like you make that type of play, fuck it, let's go for the game. Bro, when he starts sprinting directly
I can
back,
agree with that to a certain extent. I agree with that to a certain extent because that's another thing that I've been arguing with people about in my TikTok comments, which was going for 2 in that situation. Like, the Bears defense, they had their best game of the season. No one expected the Bears defense to play that well. That's why in the beginning of the game, people are like, oh, he should, they left 6 or 9 points on the board for going for it on 4th. Ben Johnson and everybody else that knows football thought that the Bears needed to score touchdowns to keep up with the Rams. And when the Bears defense was holding the Rams, that's when the play calling started to become a little less aggressive and a little more conservative. So at that point in the game, I agree that Ben Johnson had to give the defense a chance because they have been playing so well. And look what they did. They capitalized on that chance. The Rams got the ball first. They went 3 and out. The Bears had a chance to win that game. They did. And before Caleb threw the interception, like, the Bears defense did what they needed to do. So in my opinion, all the Bears fans and everyone else saying they should have just kicked all the field goals and they should have just went for 2, that's hindsight. That is hindsight. We're not here to play shoulda, woulda, coulda, if this and if that. That is hindsight. You had to give the defense a chance. The defense did their job. Unfortunately, the offense couldn't get the job done. We live with it. We move. Like, that's all it is. And imagine if Ben Johnson goes for 2 after that touchdown and they don't get it. Then all the other people are going to be like, well, he should have went to overtime and just gave his defense a chance. You can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? Did Ben Johnson call a perfect game? Not at all. I definitely thought that the short runs on 3rd and 4th down were telegraphed completely and were not creative enough. We always get on Ben Johnson. He tries to get too cute, but sometimes you got to get a little cute to get some of those crucial 3rd and 4th down conversions. So do I think Ben Johnson called a perfect game? No, I don't. But to sit there and say, oh, he should have just never went for it on 4th and took the field goals. He should have just went for it on 2. I don't agree with that. That's 100% hindsight. And we can agree to disagree. Straight up. Straight up. Okay. That was good. That's a good one right there. That's a good clip right there. Once I start yapping, I just be getting into it, my boy. Getting into it. Especially when it comes to shit that I'm passionate about. My Bears, yes, sirski. Okay, let's get into this Ryan Clark take, because what was he thinking? What was he thinking? Ryan Clark says that Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and Peyton Manning were not generational quarterbacks. He says, I don't think Tom Brady, I don't think Drew Brees, I don't think Peyton Manning are generational talents. Let's take a look at this.
I think John Elway was a generational talent. I think Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. I don't think Tom Brady, I don't think Drew Brees, I don't think Peyton Manning are generational talents. I think Andrew Luck ended up being a generational talent. I don't think there's a ton of them out there.
But so then what? Then how does one, in your eyes, be a generational talent? Because there's not
right.
A lot
That's
of
the question.
Production. Let me chime in.
Oh, here comes the ultimate rage baiter.
Between y'all, I ain't trying to get in the way of it. Here's the reality. The operative word here is. Do you believe Arch Manning is a generational talent? He could be, but he's not. Why not yet?
So they started this conversation about Arch was the topic.
There's no evidence.
I think John Elway was a generational talent.
What else did they say? Oh, there go Ryder. Rage bait. Facts. It is rage bait. Ryan Clark knows exactly what he's doing. He knows his soundbite will be clipped and shared and mocked and discussed getting that money. Hey, listen, clip farming. Clip farming. Look, everyone's upset. He probably thinks Big Ben was, though. But see, that's the thing, though. It's all about context. Like, we needed more of that clip right there because what he needs to define what generational means. Like, we were having conversations about generational. Like LeBron, obviously generational. Michael Jordan was generational. In my opinion, Steph Curry, generational. Are we talking about generational athlete? No, Tom Brady wasn't a generational athlete. Peyton Manning was not a generational athlete. Drew Brees was not a generational athlete. But if you don't think they were generational winners, I know Brees and Manning only had, one ring apiece? And Brady's obviously got 7 rings. But those guys, especially Brees and Peyton Manning, were like some of the greatest of all time, at least in the regular season, at least statistically. Maybe not athletically. They certainly weren't Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen or something like that. But to say that they weren't generational, when you look back to that specific generation and that era, those are the first quarterbacks that come to mind. Like you're not thinking about Andrew Luck and some of those other guys that he's talking about. I do think John Elway was generational. He was also a really good athlete. So I think, is he clip farming a little bit? Sure. But I think we have to go back and have him define what generational is to him. Because if he's talking about generational athletes, we can all agree they certainly were not. But to say that they weren't generational quarterbacks, that's 100% a stretch, in my opinion. 100%. Boom. That's another clip. Look at me. Look at me. Look at us, chat. Look what we do here. We just get on a subject and we just yap. They need to have me on first take. Someone get Stephen A. Smith in here. Hey, I need people like you around, Carl. I need that. I need that. Yeah, he was definitely. I mean, his take when he got into it with RG3 page, I also didn't agree with that. When they were talking about what there was something that they both made headlines for. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember Ryan Clark is learning from his mentor Stephen A. Smith, and Stephen A. Smith also got it from dudes like Skip Bayless. Like, that's how these talking heads get clicks, and they farm these clicks by having these insane takes. And I'm not mad at them. Sometimes you got to have a controversial take to get eyeballs. And eventually, unfortunately, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. But there's going to be some things that are going to be hot takes that I come out with, especially Fridays. Fridays are a little bit spicier. You know what I mean? So we're going to see. We're going to see what the CFam gets into, for sure. For sure. We're going to keep the subject on football, but this is also, this right here, this is also clip farming and rage baiting. You know what I mean? Saying dumbass shit like this. We're going to get into that. Maybe. I don't even know if I want to give energy to that dumb shit. But that's what I'm talking about right there. Where motherfuckers will just say anything, whether they actually believe it or not. Like, even just that, I don't see I'd have to search him up to see what the impressions are on that original tweet. But just someone reporting on that tweet got 150K impressions and 200 comments. So, I mean, that's the type of thing where it's like, people just say shit. The old saying is, all press is good press type thing. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Because RG3 was talking about, he makes like comments about his wife because his wife is white, talking about milky this and all that type of stuff. Like, it's just, I think Ryan Clark was saying that RG3 was doing a little bit too much. Oh, my AI mod deleted that page. Right, you can't talk on black subjects because you're married to a white woman, all that. Right, like, I can't remember what RG3's original take was. Was it? I think it was about Angel Reese, wasn't it? He was like hating on Angel Reese and saying that she can't compare to Caitlin Clark or something like that. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I totally get what you're saying. I remember that. That was sometime last year. What is that? Hey, big hydrate. I do got my water right here. That's good comms because I've been over here slurping down this damn this energy drink. Gotta get some water. I got a full cup of water over here. I ain't even took a sip. I forgot I set that up. I set up hydrate and I think something else too. Yeah, there you go. Posture check. Exactly. Oh, I gotta get a new chair too because my chair be getting a little like uncomfortable. Good stuff, people. We gotta if you guys have any more suggestions for rewards and stuff like that, there's a section in my Discord called Stream Ideas. If you're in there, let me know and I'll add the rewards because that's the way for you to redeem your points. You can also type !points into the chat and that'll tell you how many points that you have. And points is separate from XP. XP is how you level up. But you earn points in XP in the same way. Being in the stream, being a subscriber, talking, like typing, sending messages. Those are all ways that you earn points in XP, by the way. !XP. Boom. And then I think, is it !level? Yeah. So I was doing a little bit of research on that, and that's so like that's your points are separate from your XP. Damn, 20,000 points, country. You had to spend 500 to redeem that hydrate. So you had 20,000. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to like do some crazy shit. Like I don't even know. Like 5,000 points and I'll do a backflip or some crazy shit. I don't even know, bro. If you guys got ideas, type it into the Discord for sure. 20,000 points is insane. Holy shit. All right. Okay. Is that it on the sports stuff? Oh, nah. So we got one last thing for football. I wonder if I can actually find if there's a way. I'm going to just type 49ers conspiracy. Maybe somebody has like a video of them breaking it down instead of reading an article. Oh yeah, here we go. This is good. This is perfect right here. There's
a crazy conspiracy theory about why the 49ers are always so injured. And honestly, it's making sense. And it's all due to this electrical substation that is 100 yards away from the stadium and the practice field. And before we get into it,
that's absolutely insane.
Said this back in October, and also this guy who did a very detailed analysis on this issue. But since the Niners moved to Levi's Stadium back in 2014, they have been by far the most injured team in the NFL, and it's not close. And the
By
49ers
far.
alone suffer more Achilles and patellar tendon ruptures than the league average. Now, of course, many logical people were thinking, okay, it's got to be Levi's turf, or maybe
Right.
Kyle
Shanahan being
so
unlucky.
aggressive. But when people started looking into
Cursed.
this, they saw all these other teams playing at Levi's, and their Achilles weren't just rupturing out of nowhere. But apparently, according to retired 49er John Feliciano, this theory has been floating around the locker room for years. And by the way, for more
Really?
sports content that you don't see on
This is
YouTube,
my first time
make sure you follow it.
hearing
This guy
about
decided
something
to
like
put it
that.
to the test. And this man went to the 49ers practice facility with a Gauss meter to measure the electromagnetic fields. Now, apparently for a
What?
home or an office, the normal range is 0.5 to 3 milligauss. At the
Milligauss?
far edge of the Niners practice field, it read an 8.5 on a Monday when demand for electricity was actually very low. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Wow.
'Cause I was thinking this too. How the hell does this have any correlation with someone's body? Apparently,
Right.
there are thousands of peer-reviewed studies that say that chronic exposure to these low-frequency fields can significantly weaken collagen. And collagen
No
is a building
way.
block of tendons and ligaments. And this chronic exposure just makes those tendons and ligaments so weak that when a professional athlete goes to do professional athlete things, it just freaking explodes. So let me
Explodes,
know what
yeah.
you think about this. Is this crazy, or does it actually have teeth? Because I'd say one of the biggest pieces of evidence would be Dre Greenlaw tearing his Achilles in the Super Bowl just
Yep.
by running on the field.
Right. I remember that. I remember that Super Bowl when Dre ran on the field and tore his Achilles. It was completely non-contact, which most of them are, but that's really crazy to think about, and it's hard to ignore all of the evidence that they're pointing to right there. You know what I mean? And the Niners have just been so hurt. They've had such a good team, but it's just really hard. I mean, look at all the injuries this year. You know, and this is a little bit of an older video. That's definitely insane to think about. I wonder if that would mean like they would get a new stadium or at least move their practice field. You know what I mean? And now John Lynch is looking into it because it deals with allegedly the health and safety of our players. We've been reaching out to anyone and everyone to see, does a study exist other than a guy sticking an apparatus underneath the fence and coming up with a number that I have no idea what it means. We've heard that and debunked it. And the health and safety of our players is of the utmost priority. That's really interesting. The theory that has been making the rounds on the internet has crept its way into the 49ers locker room. Receiver Kendrick Bourne alluded to it right after tight end George Kittle tore his right Achilles in the playoff game against Philadelphia. Suggests the Niners' lengthy injury list over the past decade plus can be attributed in part to excessive exposure to electromotive force, EMF. Wow. I mean, you had this season alone, San Francisco lost 3 of its best players, DN Nick Bosa, linebacker Fred Warner. Bosa tore his ACL. Warner had a broken ankle, Kittle Achilles. First-round pick Michael Williams tore his ACL. Brock Purdy, turf toe. Ricky Pearsall, sprained knee and ankle. Jawan Jennings, rib, shoulder, and ankle. Tatum Bethune, groin. I mean, at this point, they got to do everything they can to figure out what's going on. Like, yeah, it's easy for division rivals or people that don't like the 49ers, and everyone's saying, fuck the 49ers and all that shit. Like, yeah, injuries are a part of the game, but you got to figure out how to mitigate those injuries. And if this is something that is causing the 49ers star players to consistently get hurt, the least you can do is look into it. You know, imagine they move their I don't know if they necessarily get a new stadium, but at least moving the practice field away or tearing down that substation, if that's even even possible. That's really interesting to think about. What do you guys think? Boom, that's another clip right there, chat. That's another clip. Said, nah, it's not the chair. We're just getting old. Bro, I'm telling you. Imagine just, no one told me when I was a kid my back would be hurting for the rest of my life. It's not fair. Big level 9, almost level 10. Yes, sir, Ski. I see you, Carl. I see you. 3,500 points. Go crazy. My guy, Fat Man, in the building. What up, Fat Man? What's the word, gang? Happy Friday. Appreciate you stopping by. Okay, so let's do exclamation mark uptime. And okay, we're about 2 hours in. I mean, there's really not a lot of like things to talk about when it comes to the Patriots-Broncos matchup on Sunday. There's really not. I'd be more likely to want to preview it if Bo Nix wasn't hurt. But again, like my opinion is that, well, let me check the spread. Because my opinion is that I know the Broncos have a good defense. That maybe that explains why the spread is only 6. I don't know if it's moved. Wow, it's actually moved to -5. Wow. Let's actually take a look and see what they're predicting for some of the player props then. 42 is the total. It seems a little bit on the lower side. Anytime touchdown scores. So Hunter Henry's up there, Ramondre Stevenson, Stephon Diggs. Okay. Jaleel McLaughlin, Cortland Sutton, RJ Harvey. Okay. These are all the popular ones, though. What's the Broncos' total points? Okay, so they think they might get 17 points. What about the Patriots? 22, huh? Interesting. That might be a good hit right there. Because Drake May threw for 3 touchdowns. That might be an interesting one. Under 3 touchdowns for the Broncos? Because the Patriots have a good defense too, bro. Oh, yeah. See, look, that just moved live right there. That's interesting. Let's look at how many passing yards they think for Stidham. 200? That feels like randomly, like, arbitrary. Like, how did they come up with that number? Bro? I'm really curious what the Broncos are going to do because they did not like handing the ball off to their running backs. Oh, see, look, you can't even get the Broncos running backs on there for rushing attempts. Where's their rushing yards in general? I don't even see it. I see passing yards. These are alternate player props. We got alternate rushing yards. Where's just regular rushing yards? Receiving player oh, there we go. Rushing player props. Yeah, see, they don't even have Henry or McLaughlin on there because it's sketchy. It's very sketchy. Wonder what they have for passing attempts for Stidham. I wonder what they have for passing attempts for Stidham. 32? I mean, maybe if they have him throwing little short shit. What about receptions for running backs? Because I know they were throwing some short shit. I don't even know who the tight end is for the Broncos. Okay, so his line is 3.5 catches. Oh, it's Evan Ingram. This might be a good hit right here. Because you know the Patriots are going to be blitzing him. So running back and tight end receptions could be good. Imagine the Broncos shock the world, bro. Imagine. If that happens, they'll definitely give the MVP to Stafford. 100%. 100%. Okay, so if the Seahawks win by a field goal, they'll cover. That's interesting too. Like I said, for the I want the Rams to win because it makes the loss to them hurt a little bit less if they win the Super Bowl. I wouldn't be mad at that. I would not be mad at that. You're taking the Broncos to cover? Really? Why, country? Why? Let me know why. Let me know why you're leaning that way. That's crazy. I think the Patriots win by 2 touchdowns, bro. Can I get an alternate spread? Let's see. Yeah, I can. Plus 240 if they win by 2 touchdowns. What is it for 1 touchdown? Plus 105? This might be the freest money of all time right here. This might be the freest money of all time. 3 touchdowns is plus 525. That's a little OD. I don't know. It's just too. I don't know. I don't know, bro. It's hard to say. Said Broncos defense and Sean Payton is a great coach, plus gut feeling. Vegas wants that money. Yeah, you definitely have to factor in the Vegas part of it. I agree with you. I agree with you. As far as, and I agree with you about the Broncos defense, they are pretty good. I could see it being a low score game. Like that total under, what was it? 42.5. I mean, if it would take both teams to score 3 touchdowns and it would still be under the total. So you might be onto something in terms of the under. But I have to disagree with you when it comes to Sean Payton being a great coach. I think he's a little overrated. I do. I mean, he has the ring with Drew Brees. Don't get me wrong. But, and I think I was talking about this on Monday, but he's the reason why Bo Nix got hurt. And I know he didn't trust the running backs with their fumbles, but you got to run the ball more. Sean Payton is the reason why the Bills were able to force overtime in that game. Because he's hard-headed. There's no reason for Nix to have 48 attempts. I know you want to keep the ball in your best player's hands, but come on now. I just don't agree with the running backs, 2 running backs having a combined 10 carries, and the quarterback has 12 carries. To me, that points to bad coaching. And maybe I'm a little salty that the reason why I lost my wager was because Harvey couldn't get 40 rushing yards or whatever it was that I had picked. But I don't know if Stidham is considered a mobile quarterback. I wonder what because if they don't really change the playbook, if Peyton is a good coach like we think he is, he'll adjust the playbook for Stidham, which is what they should have been working on the moment they announced after the game that Nix was going to be out for the season. See, this might be something interesting to consider. 13.5 rushing yards. I'm going to have to go look really quick and just see. I'm going to look at Stidham's stats. I don't know if he's considered a dual threat quarterback. Let me just check that really quick before we move on. We definitely have some more stuff to get to. Career yards. Okay, so he did get into a game in the 2025 regular season, but he didn't have any passing attempts. He had 1 carry for -1 yard, so maybe he got in the game and he took a knee. Maybe that's what that was. Let me look at 24 really quick. He played 3 games. No passing attempts. 2 carries, -2 yards. 2 carries, 7 yards. So that's probably it, taking a knee. I don't know what this would be. 38-0. Last game of the season. I know he played in 23. Okay, so he's got actual stats here. So he had 32 attempts against the Chargers, 34 attempts against the Raiders, and he had 20 completions. Threw for 1 touchdown, had 1 pick. Okay, so yeah, that would make sense then. He doesn't really have a lot of carries. He's been in the league for that long. Oh, well, these 2 games he had some decent yards. Those are 2 losses. Look at the passing yards. Overtime game, 3 touchdowns? Huh. I might have to do some more research. These look like garbage time stats. Yeah, you can tell by the scores. And obviously don't need to run that much in garbage time. Interesting. Interesting. Y'all have to do some. I'll have to do some research. So, if you guys are in my Discord, I'll obviously post my slips on Sunday before the games. 47 points is the total for the Rams-Seahawks game, huh? 47 points. I wonder what anytime touchdown is. Puka's plus 110. What about Devontae Adams? Plus 120. Okay. What about Kyron Williams? Plus 125. Okay. What's JSN? Nobody is minus. Oh, yeah, he is. Kenneth Walker, because he had them 3 touchdowns. I mean, the Bears didn't really run all over the Rams like that. It's really hard to know what kind of game we're going to get. It's really hard to know. I wonder what Stafford interceptions is at. What's his yards and what are his interceptions at? And I wonder what Darnold's yards is. Okay, 233 for Darnold, 255 for Stafford. Stafford 2 touchdowns, minus 135. Okay. Very interesting to think about. Where's my rushing yards are going to be a little bit lower. Receptions. Puka's at 7.5. JSN 6.5. Okay. That's going to be the game of the weekend for sure, obviously. Look at that. They got some crazy numbers. Imagine one of these guys gets... Devontae Adams, 12 catches, got to be plus 1,000. 7,500? Might as well light your money on fire. I could see JSN getting 12 catches, plus 1,100. And that's parlayable, too. I just wanted to see what the rushing yards were. They make this hard to navigate. I'm used to doing it on my phone. Why am I not seeing it? Player props. Rush attempts. Receiving player props. Oh, here it is. Rushing player props. They only got Corum at 28.5 yards. Probably because that Seahawks defense is crazy. Damn, Kenneth Walker, 85 rushing yards? That might be one you take the under on, because if the Rams start out hot and the Seahawks have to throw the ball, and like I said, the Bears didn't really run that well. We're going to see. We're going to see what happens. Well, that was a good little preview. All right. 2 hours, 21. Okay. Damn, we said we had 7 other things to react to. Fuck. Okay. I'm going to do that then. I'm going to do that and let's just see if we can get through it. Here we go. ishowspeed hit 50 million subscribers on his 21st birthday in Nigeria. First black YouTuber to reach 50 million.
Let's go!
50 million subscribers.
Let's go!
That boy Speed is different, chat. And he's only 21. That boy Speed is different, chat.
50 million, chat. On my birthday. 50 million on my birthday, chat.
Bro, in Nigeria, too.
Chat, this is the best birthday gift I can ever ask for. I love y'all so much. I love all my fans from the bottom of my heart. I'm so happy, chat.
Nah, 50 million is different, chat. And he's only 21. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. When you talk about like one of the ultimate clip farmers, he like created clip farming. He invented clip farming. The man got his own chips now. He got his own Doritos flavor with his face on the bag, set to release in February, bro.
Oh.
That is
This
fire.
is on the Doritos cover.
Bro, what?
On the new flavor.
What?
This is my first time.
And that, what is that, cheddar sour cream
Doritos
Doritos? That's dope,
first time
too.
on the chips bag, bro. W's in the chat, bro. W's in the chat, bro. We are on the cover of Doritos on a new flavor, bro. Can I eat it?
Oh, yeah, definitely try it out.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, mid-February.
Mid-February? Yeah, chat. So my flavor coming out, Doritos. You know, I'm on a bag, you know.
Damn.
A video? W's in the truck.
Imagine CFam getting their own chips, their own Dorito flavor. That's crazy, bro. He's definitely a YouTube GOAT, Carl. He's got to be on the Mount Rushmore already. Already. Might be greater than Mr. Beast. That's actually a really good take, Thugs. Because Mr. Beast is obviously known like worldwide, just like Speed is. But you don't see Mr. Beast doing like world tours like this. You know what I mean? Mr. Beast does have his own TV show on Prime, and you know, he's always giving away money and stuff like that. But I feel like Speed he's just a different type of streamer. Like IRL streaming, he really is one of the reasons why IRL streaming popped off the way that it has. Because he could show up anywhere in the world and people know where he is. He's definitely one of the GOATs. I agree 100%. I remember that stream, Carl. I remember that stream. What was that? What was that? There's like a water in. There's a water. It's called like Mostny Gas or something like that. And everyone, I don't know if it was Estonia, but bro, that was like the name of the water. And they kept wanting him to say it, and people were saying it to him, and he was like, "What the fuck?" I don't remember which country that was, because I remember I looked up that water, and it's actually a water. It's a brand of water. There's no way I'm going to be able to find it. There's no way I'm going to be able to find it. It's like MOCYNGAZ or something. Oh, that was Poland. That was Poland, not Estonia. I wonder if I'm going to be able to find that still. Nah, I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. But that was just really funny. I remember watching that live. Like all the Polish people were like walking up to him talking about Mostny Gas. But that's the name of a water brand in Poland. Look, chat. Look at that. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. I wonder if I can I hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get chat to say it, to pronounce it out loud, or Google. I might not be able to. If it was my phone, I could do it. Yeah. Maybe ask Copilot. That might be able to do it. No, I can't. Damn, you're just going to take my word for it, chat. That is very funny. That is very funny. All right, let's keep going. We still have a couple more things to talk about before we call it. Okay, we did that. Oh yeah, wait. Before we do that, because I have 2 clips for that. Okay, I haven't watched this yet. Hopefully this isn't too sketchy. Let's see.
K-feeds.
Streamer Lakari accidentally opened his notepad with questionable file names. What did it say? No.
K-feeds.
What did it say?
Add way to the list of champions that I like.
What was it? I didn't even see it.
Fuck.
Nah. Couples teens? What is that? What is that? Nah, bro. No, bro. Yeah, what did Grok say? Nah. Oh, he got banned? He better have gotten banned. No way. Nah, bro. You can't have sketchy shit on your... You can't do that, bro. No, sir. So you sent it to Discord? All right, let me go look really quick. Oh, yeah. Let me look really quick. Yeah. Good shit, Carl. Good shit.
Bro, 30 minutes in and I'm getting most niggas already, bro.
Your favorite water.
What?
Bro, take it. Your favorite.
Bro, 30 minutes in and I'm getting most niggas already, bro.
Your favorite.
But he like leaned into it. Like he was like a good sport about it. Because he knew that it was like trolling, which is like what he's famous for. You know what I mean? Most niggas. That's funny, bro. That's funny. Good shit, Carl. Appreciate you finding that clip. Definitely would have been smarter for me to look on YouTube instead of just Googling it. That is too funny. All right. Okay. Okay, so those two went together. Okay. Here's a quick one we can look at. Bro, Michael and Dwight from The Office in Fortnite? What? That's insane. And it looks just like them, bro. Look at this. They got date night Michael. Bro, my lady was the one who put me on to The Office. So funny, bro. Look at those emotes. Hold on now. That is too funny.
You shake a hand and you jump to the left and you shake that hand. You meet new friends. You tie some yarn.
Nah.
The scar.
Michael Scarn. Bro, Fortnite is just one of the go-to games, bro.
Move to the side of the road. Move over.
Is that Dwight's car?
You jump to the right and you shake
That's
that
dope,
hand.
bro. And then even that is funny, bro. This episode is probably the funniest episode. He like, it's like fire drill or something like that. Bro, that episode is so funny. He gets mad because they don't take him seriously about like what's the way to phrase it, like fire safety in the office, and like he's the guy that does like he runs the like the meetings for fire safety, and they didn't take him seriously at all. And he locked the doors, and it was like a fire drill, but they didn't know it was a drill. And they were like, everyone in the office was freaking out. It was so funny. And he gave Stanley like a heart problem after Stanley almost had a heart attack, bro. And later in that episode, they had a lady come in to do CPR training. I'm pretty sure it was the same episode. And he's just so weird. He like cut the face off the the CPR doll. And he did like a Silence of the Lambs impression. Bro, that was the funniest episode ever. If you haven't watched The Office, you need to at least watch that episode. That episode is so fucking funny. My lady put me onto The Office. So fucking funny, bro. So fucking funny. Yeah, bro. I mean, everyone has a Fortnite skin. Imagine CFam gets a Fortnite skin. That would be fire. That would be fire. I haven't even played since they did the kicks rampage. I have not. Okay. All right. I think that's actually everything. Actually, there's only one last thing, and we can talk about Arc Raiders a little bit. Okay, so Ninja was talking about identifying cheaters in video games and Arc Raiders. So let's just look at that really quick.
Especially in this game, like, I've run into good players, and even when I get killed by a good player, like, I die quickly, but I don't die that quickly. Does that make sense? Like, if you run into someone like Cloaksy or Shroud, like, you run into any of these guys, bro, like, they hit you every time sometimes, but not all headshots, right?
Right.
And there's a clear difference.
Like, aimbot and cheaters, it's like, definitely different.
The more
I
you
agree.
play a certain game as well, you
from my Warzone days.
I can't even explain it. It's a feeling, dude. You just know. It's like, bro, I died in 3 shots to the head, like instantly from like medium range while mid-run through a smoke. Sometimes
right,
it's just like,
through smoke.
And
That's
you're
a big
processing
tell.
all these things at once, and you just feel it and you know it. And your average gamer or people who are just watching for fun, or they won't even notice.
They
it,
probably
right?
won't notice.
They're not even clocking it. It's not even clocking to you. You don't get it. People just see like, oh, they got shit on, or oh, he died quickly, right?
Yeah, I mean, so you guys know that Z-Laner is one of my favorite streamers who inspired me to become a streamer in the first place, and he transitioned from Warzone to Arc Raiders. Even in Warzone, there were times where like those professional Warzone players, they can tell too when someone is hacking. Like when you can just feel when you die so quickly, and you can tell when it's all headshots. That's not normal. You know what I mean? And so like people have to get it together. They have to figure out, like, if Arc Raiders is going to be a successful game, they're going to have to figure out how to mitigate these cheaters 100%. And it may be hard, like, the average gamer probably won't notice, but these people that are playing the game 10 to 12 hours a day, they're definitely going to notice. Definitely. Okay, and then the other part of that was I saw something from Dexerto. Yeah, so there's a hotel in Italy being flooded with reviews because it shares the same name as an Arc Raiders map. Players are praising Hotel Stella Montis, but jokingly criticizing its hostile guests. That's funny, bro. Hotel Stella Montis. That must have been where they got the inspiration from. Great place, but I do not recommend travel solo for this hotel. Any group bigger than 2 has a very high chance of meeting rats in the lobby. Facts. Arc Raiders, if you're solo, you're good, but everybody teams up so they can PvP. Love this place. Tons of drawers that give me epic loot and even Venator blueprint if you have the correct hotel key card. But be careful about moving the balls that burn you and the vase-like robot thingy that would shred you to pieces. That's funny, bro. People are creative. People are definitely creative. See, and that was a good thing to react to because Arc Raiders is still very popular. You know what I mean? So I have to like figure out what's gonna stick when it comes to this, like posting my content, like my clips and stuff. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that page. I definitely did. Okay. Honestly, I think that's probably gonna be it. that's probably going to be it. I appreciate everyone that liked the post. You know what I forgot to do? Someone's going to have to remind me next week. I forgot to share to Instagram stories and TikTok stories that we were live. I totally forgot to do that. I did that on Monday, forgot to do it on Wednesday, forgot to do it today. So next week, we definitely have to make sure we're posting that. Someone please remind me, because that's very important. That is very, very important. Let me just see if there's anything that popped off in the last couple of hours while we were streaming. We saw Fernando Mendoza. Nah, there's not. All right. I think I'm just going to call the stream there then. I'm going to call the stream there. Appreciate everybody that showed up. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. If you're new here, make sure you hit that follow button. Turn on the bell so you're always notified whenever we're going live. !Discord, !socials. So you'll always get a notification. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be safe, be smart, behave. Peace.
Pull up to the scene in that new big body. Bad little baby, yeah, she ride right beside me. All these bands, buzzing on my pants. Fly with me, shorty, I'm just tryna flex. Wanna pull up to the scene in that new big body. Bad little baby, yeah, she ride right beside me. All these bands, buzzing on my pants. Fly with me, shorty, I'm just tryna flex. Yeah, yeah. I want this shit every day. I just might move to LA. I just got me a new babe. She know I walk with a bang, so she get whatever she think. Shorty don't never complain, cause I make sure that she straight. We in and out of her mix, yeah. In Dior, that's for sure. Riding jet skis by the shore. I don't even walk to the store, cause I know they tryna up the score. And I heard that there's money on my head, cause they see all these diamonds on my wrist. I don't wanna hesitate, catch your body. I know one of these fuck niggas gon' try me. Yeah. So I been moving dolo, riding around the city, moving solo, slow-mo, higher than a bitch with your hoe, she glowed on. You already know, though she chose.